Hello, everyone. I and I'm here a little bit late today with my little video of the week. Actually, it's one day early and a few minutes late. I am soon gonna travel to Miami tomorrow, so that's why I have my video today. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to anybody who might join later. Perhaps you're actually watching the replay. So welcome here, Andrea Caprio. I will share with you today something quite personal, I must say, because I've been asked a couple of times, hey, Andrea, what has been your biggest failure? And but actually, initially, the biggest failure has proven that it was the best thing that could have happened in my life. And show you probably with it how you can turn the biggest failure or what sometimes looks like a big failure actually to the best in your life. And that's something I'm working as a master transformation lives. They might have had trauma or childhood issue or something happened. I just spoke earlier with a client. She had a very traumatic divorce recently. And of course, you know, a lot of things come out of that. And she has now a lot of health issues as a result from stress, the stress of the trauma, the stress of failure and all that. So I'm helping really people with overcoming these, because very often when things don't go right in our lives on the emotional levels, it can affect the physical level. And that's very often when we manifest some illness. That could be any chronic disease, it can be weight gain, whatever it is. And very often that happens together with when big stress situations happen in our lives. And I will share with you mine, so it gives you a little bit an idea what to do, and perhaps you can then use that for your own situation. Just also quickly, should you want to talk to me and you have perhaps some issues while I'm talking, you realize in the description there's a link to book me for a free session. It's a free session to help you overcome emotional eating or emotional stress eating issues you might have in your life. It's completely free of charge. I give you a lot of tips on how to move forward so you can be healthier and you can feel better, and perhaps you lose weight or whatever it is. Normally the session is $147. At the moment I'm offering it free, but only to a few people, of course. I have limited time, as you can imagine. So if you're interested, please check out the link in the description and do book rather quickly, so I can help you too. So now let me dive in and tell you actually about my failure, which was an interesting time in my life. Before becoming a nutrition coach, I was in different other businesses, mostly in IT and all that. And I eventually also was in recruitment, and I worked for a very, very big recruitment company. I won't name them here, of course, as the national sales manager, and I lost my job. On the side, I was actually absolutely officially, by the way, I had a side business. It was a car side business, let's say. Again, I don't want to mention anybody here. And I lost that small little side business this exactly same day. And both businesses had absolutely nothing to do with each other. I mean, it's one of these things that happen in your life where you say, but what is happening? I mean, how can that happen, that those two things happen exactly in the same day? Needless to say, that I was that day not feeling very good. I can tell you, I cried my eyes out, and I was really, really down for quite some while after, because of course, suddenly you lose your job, you lose side business. Had, of course, a lot of different effects on my life. I do have children, so as a mother, I of course think about these things. At the time, I was married with my meanwhile ex-husband, but it had really a huge effect on me. I was really not feeling well. I was very down. I took it very personally, and it affected my health, of course. My stress levels were huge, and I really, really struggled. I struggled with sleeping and all that. So I really got very down, and Eventually, I got myself up, and at the time, I got a lot of outside help. Actually, I had some therapy going on after that. Was not immediately after, but a bit shortly after. A lot of other things were going on in my life as well, and I got a lot of outside help of some mentors, of people in my life, and that really helped me get over it and go forward with my life. And it was even after I got divorced, and that was also a time where I really needed a lot of help. So during that time, I got really a lot of outside help. And for me, that was probably looking into my life. Every time something big happens, I got outside help. And that moved me forward in my life. And that is why I think I got actually into coaching, because realizing how much it helped me to get this outside help, and that might have been mentors, there might have been coaches or some therapists, or just even people in my lives that just happened. But always, when you have those people supporting you and giving you the support and showing you how to develop your goals and how to then go from step to step to eventually move on, that is something that is really, really helpful. And that's what I do now and help with my clients, mainly when they have, when they are stuck in their lives for whatever is going on in their lives. I help them to get unstuck and move forward. And as I mentioned, when this happened, I definitely started eating quite a lot. I gained more pounds. And at the time, to be honest, I didn't know, I didn't know about nutrition the way I know now. That's much later than that, when I started studying nutrition and eventually becoming a master transformation nutrition coach, opening my business and all that. But what I wanted to say, once I got eventually a little bit over the first shock, and I pulled myself together, what I did is that I opened my own company with somebody at the moment, a business partner. He was actually an ex-colleague. And I opened a business in recruitment, and I never looked back. That's why I'm saying also sometimes, things can really, really look big and horrible, and we are always faced, or we can be faced with big things in our lives happening, trauma or so. But that really initially looks like, we can't get over it. But eventually, if you really sit down and you think about the goals and about the other options in your life, and you make really a plan, getting very clear on where you want to move forward, and then taking the action steps. And as I said, I got help in my life there, and then moving forward. In my case, I opened my own business. And initially, I did that with a bit later. I went solo. Developed my recruitment business. I had about 10 employees. So I had a quite successful business, nothing huge, but quite successful. I started believing in myself because, of course, during that time, my self-confidence, my belief in myself went very, very low. And I built that one up over the years. It also with my divorce, of course, the things that happen, it got very low, and I built that up as well. So very, very important is really working constantly on improving the self-belief and looking what are the root causes when you're going down in your life. And that is also very often the time where people develop emotional eating issues, because they might have self-doubts and they replace some purpose or so. They actually replace that with food. And it just goes on and on and on. So if you need any help with that or so, please do feel free and reach out to me or reach out to somebody in your life. Sometimes, it's actually by just looking around and asking for somebody for help, we can achieve so much more and move forward. And then, yes, many years later, as some of you know, interested, and I saw really then the nutrition part actually influences our energy levels, our mood as well, the hormones and all these things that are so important to then go through and go on with our lives and really get going. Because when we are down and we are not in control, additionally eating badly makes it even worse. And there it's even more important that we need to eat really, really good and look after ourselves, do self-care, and be able to move that, I know a lot about nutrition and I give you everything sorted out, but I have not had it sorted out in my life all the time, and to be honest, I still don't have it sorted out. I believe life is just we're moving forward, and yes, of course, I've learned a lot, and I do a lot in my life, and my life is going quite well, but there's still a couple of things here and there that I need to overcome, and I'm just working constantly on it. I have my own coaches as well that help me moving forward. I have my mentors. I'm signing up. I'm learning a lot as I go, and that feel free, or just connect with me through the link I have put here in the description. And I would love to know, what was your biggest trauma? Please share that in the comments and let us know what was a trauma, or a failure or something like that, and how did you overcome that one? Would love to hear from you. It's Andrea Caprio, and if you just joined now, just look at the video when the video replay. You can always watch that, and please do share that with other people who that help. If you're in Miami, would love to see you there. You can still book me. I still have a spot remaining for my clients there. And if you're there, yes, please just contact me and we could meet up. Take care and have a lovely day or evening wherever you are. Bye bye.